بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In this video number 5, which is the last video for this lab. If you remember, in the previous videos, video 1 and video 2, video 3 and video 4. Actually, in video 1, if you remember, we create machine class with 2 instance variables and with 2 constructors and with getters and setter, with getters for instance variables and setter for the brand name and other 2 setter methods, switch on or switch off and display method. In this video, if you remember, we create a machine class. This is the machine class, public class machine. These are actually the instance variables. This is the 0 argument constructor. This is the multi-argument constructor. This is actually the getter method for a brand name and the getter method for the power, whether if it is on or off. And here actually setter method for the brand name. And this is the switch on method or switch off methods. And this is the display. And this is toString. And here in the toString, actually, just I want to remind you that toString method is a method that should return the values of the instance variables. The values of the instance variables. Here in the machine class, we have 2 instance variables, brand name and power. As you see here in the toString, actually we return a string. This string actually consists of the brand name and the machine status, whether it is on or off. This is returned as a string. And in video actually number 1 also we actually create main method to test the machine class. In video number 2, if you remember, we are going actually to create date. In video number 3, create a date class, which is consist actually of the day, or month, or year, and 2 constructors and toString. And this is actually a date class, which is consist of 3 instance variables: day, month, year, all of type integer, which and include and consist of 2 constructors, the 0 argument constructor and the multi-argument constructor, as you see here, and the getter or setter method for a day, and getter and setter method for the month, and getter and setter for a year, and also toString. Again, remember, the aim of the string is to return a string which represent the values of actually the instance variables of the data class. So actually this is the date class, as you see here in front of you. Okay, and in video number 4, if you remember, we go and create WashingMachine class, which is inherits from the machine class and consists 2 instance variables in addition to instance variables that inherited from machine. The instance variables that inherited from machine, if you remember, the brand name and power, whether it is on or off, in addition to its own instance variables, production date and the capacity. 2 constructors and the getter or setter methods and toString equals and compare to. Let us see this method. Actually, this method here, this class actually, public class, as you see here, WashingMachine extend from machine. Okay, so extend means the WashingMachine will inherit all instance variables and methods of machine class. So here, as you see, there are 2 new instance variables: production date of type date, capacity of type double, And remember, in addition to brand name and the power. And here there are two constructors. Okay, zero argument constructor for the washing machine and multi-argument constructor. Here, as you see in the multi-argument constructor, we add inherited instance variables or the inherited data fields, brand name and actually power. So here, as you see, the first statement is super, brand name and power. So here, to initialize or to assign initial value for the washing machine, which consists of 4 instance variables: brand name, power, production date, and capacity. So here I use super in order to initialize or to assign initial value for brand name and for the power. And here, actually, production date of type date and the capacity would equal C. Here, there is getter method for actually production date, and this method will retain date. Remember, date is a user defined data type. Here this is the date, okay, and this is actually a setter method for the production date, with capacity, getter method, and setter method. Here we write to string, again to string. This to string method, the aim of this method is to return the values of the instance variables. And in this case, for the washing machine, remember, there are 4 instance variables, 2 inherited from the machine and 2 from the washing machine. So if you see here to string method, the first statement is to invoke super.toString. Super here, why? Here, actually, in order to return the values of the brand name and the value of the power. Then, in addition to actually add the production machine date, a date consists of 3 parts. So now we invoke get day and get month and get year and the capacity. So return what? Return this message. Okay. Then the equal method, actually the equals method, if you leave the equal method as it is without override, this is actually will compare between the references of the objects, of the compared objects. But actually we need, according to this specification, here has equal method, washing machine has equals method. This will check equality of all attributes except power. What this means? This means 2 washing machines are equal if their brand name are equals, if there is power are equal. Oh no, if brand name are equal, production date equal, will capacity equal, and ignore the value of the power. So here, when we implement this, actually, when we implement this, as you see in the equal method, actually get the brand name dot equals get the brand name, and day with day compare, will month with month, will year with the year, capacity also with the capacity. So here actually in order to check if 2 washing machines are equal or not. So as you see here, actually in this video we summarize. In the last video, I think video number 4, actually the equals method is explained in details, but no problem, we can repeat here also. So now we define new variable, we call this as test, and its initial value false. And here, as you see, the header of this method takes argument of type object. So now we cast this object to washing machine. Okay. So now this method will see an object, the parameter or argument as washing machine. So here, the first statement, we need to check if the object is an instance of washing machine. If yes, we go to this logical expression. So in a test equal what? Equal if brand name dot equal WM brand name are equals, so هنا evaluate. If this expression is evaluated to true, so test equal to. Then in this case we return true. Otherwise this is will return false. Now also if you check in part G in part 4, washing machine has compared two methods to be used in sorting according to brand name then capacity. So هنا compare, to apply compare to, actually we need actually to implement an interface which is هنا implements comparable. Why هنا implements comparable washing machine? In order actually to compare to sort the washing machines, to benefit from compare to هنا. We cannot apply compare to without implements the comparable interface. So هنا as you see the header become public class washing machine, extend machine implements comparable washing machine. So this is the compare to, which is very easy. Public integer compare to washing machine. Now we need to compare, we need to apply this method in order to sort an array which consists a washing machine. We need to sort according to brand name. So now we write if get brand name dot compare to WM get brand name greater than 0, return 1. If it is less than 0, return -1, otherwise return 0. And if you want actually to implement and compare to in order to sort the washing machine according to capacity, you can replace this part with this part. I put it here as a comment. So in this case, sorting will be according to the capacity, but here sorting will be according to the brand name. The brand name is a string, so the sorting here will be alphabetically. Okay. So actually this is actually summary for the previous or the last 4 videos. Today inshallah we are going to part number 5, which is the last part. So here as you see, write a Java class called TestWashingMachines, which has a main method to test your code as follows. So first of all, let us actually create this class. Let us go to IJ. So this is actually a machine, and this is test machine. If you remember, this is video number 2. This is the date, okay, and this is a washing machine. Now we are going to create test washing machine. Test washing machine. This is our class. So now I will add actually this as a comment. Okay, copy here. Now the first statement هنا public static void main. Okay, so in this main method actually we need to write these requirements. So requirement number 1, create a washing machine object called WM using the multi-argument constructor. In this case we need to write washing machine WM equal a new washing machine. But here we need actually to add parameters or arguments. So let us see the washing machine constructor. The washing machine constructor in the washing machine class here, this is your argument constructor, and this is a multi-argument constructor. Now as you see, how many parameters? 4. So here we need to pass 4 parameters. The first one of type string, with second boolean, with third date, with fourth double. So here the first one is a brand name, Let us say we need to create actually Sharp. Brand name is Sharp. Let us say true. Now we need actually date. So how we need date is a reference data type. So we need actually to create date. So we write a new date. This is constructor of date. Now if you go to the date, the constructor of date, this is the constructor of date. We need to pass how many parameters? 3 parameters. Day, month, year, will all of type integer. So here in test washing machine, we need to go today actually 10. Let's say 10 for month 1, 2022. So this is the date. And the last one is the capacity. Washing machine capacity is 5 kilogram. So in this case, we create a washing machine. This is the brand name. This is the power, true or false. This is a date. Production of this machine, a date. This is 5.5. So this is actually how you can create a washing machine object. Okay, I copy. I want actually, okay, let us create another washing machine. Okay, or later on we will create. Let us go to the next one. Print the status of the washing machine. Print the status of the washing machine. Okay. Okay, the status. To print the status, if you remember the washing machine, we can use to string here. As you see, to string in the washing machine, to string this one. This is will return what? Return a string. This string consists the brand name or status and the production name. So let us write system.out.println wm dot to string. Now let us see the run. Let us run the code to see what is the output. So here, as you see, to string, the machine brand name is Sharp. The status of the machine is on. Why? Because here, as you see, true. The date of the machine 10/1/2020. The capacity of the machine is 5.5. Okay. Let us go for other requirement. Declare and create an array list of washing machine objects. Okay. So now we need to create. Why this? Here, let us copy this one. Sorry. Copy. Okay. Array list. Array list. Okay. Washing machine of washing machines. We call this one as washing machines. This equal a new array list of washing machine. Sorry, I should be written where here. Like Control X. Now we create an array list. This list can be referenced by the variable WMS washing machines. Well, this array list actually will hold only washing machine objects. Washing machine objects. Let us see next requirement. Fill. Okay, the list with the suitable data. Okay, now we need actually to add, if you remember, if you want. So now WMS dot add WM. So this is the first machine we created. We need to add more. WMS washing machines dot add. We need to create another machine. So now we can new washing machine. Okay, and the new washing machine. First parameter is what? Let us say Sanyo. Brand name Sanyo. El power false. The date new date. A new date. Let us say this is created in 15 November 2020. This is the creation date. Fluid power velocity 3.5 kilograms. We have two choices, either to create a washing machine as this one and add a reference to the array list, or you can directly add and create directly washing machine. So let us add WMS dot add new washing machine. Okay, let us say Hitachi. Okay, and false, and a new date. We need to create date, a new date. Assume this is on 22 8 August 2021, and the capacity, let us say 2.5 kilogram. Again, and add, you can create washing machine. Okay, washing machine. WM1 equal new washing machine. Okay, here can create this one by using the default values. Also, washing machine WM2 equal a new washing machine. Now here you can add actually a new we said Sharp, Sanyo, Hitachi, other brand name. Let us say the brand name Dell. Okay. Also false. New date. Okay, 8/9/2019. This is 3.7 kilogram. Here, let us say this is actually HB true, new date. Okay, let us say 15 for 1918 or 1918. Okay, no problem. Capacity 4.6 kilogram. Now we need to add those. WMS dot add what? WM1 and WMS dot add WM2. Here we add actually different values or different objects to this array list, which is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects. 5 objects. Okay, in different ways. Now here check if WM is in the list. Okay, I copy. Let us go here. How we can check? And S system without a print line. WMS dot contains WM. Let us see here an answer. So now we have two print statements to string. So now before I print this one, let us put S out separator. Okay, now run to see the output. Yes, this is false. Not spelling wrong. False. Yes, this one false. Okay. Run. I hope no syntax error. See here. So this is actually the first part. This is the output of this statement. Sharp on this one 5.5 the capacity, and the true. This is true or no? Why this is true? Yes, WMS contains this one. Assume I will make this as comment statement and run again. Run. Now false. Not. So this object is not added to the array list. Okay. Now let us see next one. Sort the list. Okay, copy, sort the list and print it after sorting. Okay. Here I will print the list before sorting. So S out. List before sorting. Okay, let us print a list before sorting. And see list after sorting. To print the list, so for integer I equals 0, I less than WMS dot size, I plus plus. Okay. Here S out. This is not the print line. Now here WMS dot get I. So return what in a washing machine. Okay, get I. We need to prevent to string of the print I dot to string. This is the first machine. Okay, now we need to make separator. Okay. Now let us see run. Run. What do you see now? I will make it like this. List before sorting, sharp, Sanyo, Hitachi, Dell, HP. This is print the list as or according to the order of creating these lists. So as you see, we create or we add Hitachi, we add actually Sharp, then Sanyo, Hitachi, Dell, HP. So we add first we add actually Sharp, then we add here as you see Sanyo, Hitachi, Dell, HP, and in the same. Now to sort, how we can sort, I will show you. For sorting, if you remember collections dot sort. We need to sort washing machines here. Now sorting will be actually according to what? to the compare to method. So the sorting will be according to what? To brand name. According to this compare method. Let us see now. Now I will print after. Now list after sorting. After sorting. Now let us see after sorting. Okay. Run. Now let us see it out. هنا before sorting sharp Sanyo Hitachi Dell HP. Now as you see after sorting Dell Hitachi HP Sanyo Sharp according to the brand name. According to the brand name. Now if you change actually. Now if you change sort instead of brand name to the capacity. Actually make this as I will show you now. Or I will make this as comment. Comment and okay. Greater than this one, less than one. Okay. Now, if we print this one, I run again to see, before sorting, sharp, Sanyo, Hitachi, no problem, sorting. 5.5, 3.5 capacity, 2.5, 3.5. Now, see now capacity, 2.5, 3.5, 3.7, 4.6, 5.5. Now you need to sort in descending way. In descending way. So you can change this one. If this one is greater than this one, this is -1. Make this as minus, or make it as 1. Okay. Then actually you can sort in descending way. In descending way. So let us run now to see the output. As you see now, after sorting 5.5, 4.6, 3.7, 3.5, and 2.5. Okay. 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 I hope now it is clear. So let us go actually to the last part. I think it was the last part. So actually this is the last requirement in this question. Okay, I hope it is easy for you. I will copy this one to Notepad to be very clear. Copy. This is Notepad. Here. This is the code for this part, for part actually 5. And this is the remaining part. Okay, if you want, I will go one by one. So this is actually the machine class. And this is the remaining part of the machine class. This is the data class. And this is the remaining part of the data class. And this is the washing machine class. Okay. This is the next part of the washing machine class. and this is actually and this is the remaining part. This is actually a test. Today, the last class. And this is the last part. I hope in this video you get actually good benefit, and actually you learn how you can create classes and actually test those classes by creating objects and let those objects invoke certain methods. Thank you. See you in other videos. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.